Welcome back to Cook with Glow. Hey, Chineko, that ashiness is real. I'll be right back, okay? We are gonna be cooking our beef. In this case, I'm using goat meat. So we're doing onions, bullion stock cubes, salt, curry powder, thyme, Creole seasoning, or Cayenne pepper, and blended ginger. And we will have that leave to boil for about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how tender you want it to be. So the softer it is, the better. If 30 minutes, up to 30 minutes not enough, you can keep cooking it. Cook it in medium heat, medium to high heat. So after you hit your palm oil, you then go ahead and add your onions, and you stir up a little bit and let it for about 2 minutes. So I also add the locust beans. However, I divide my locust beans in two pots. I add the first half while frying the onions, like you see here. The reason why is because you want the flavor of the bean to be released inside the oil. This should take about 3 minutes to cook, so let it cook for about 3 minutes. The next step is to add the blended pepper and cook till the water is reduced. So this should take about 15 to 20 minutes on a medium heat until the water is reduced, stirring about every 5 minutes to prevent burning. So the red peppers blend usually consists of red bell pepper, habanero pepper, Fresno pepper. So tell me why a lot of Africans like their pepper spicy. It's like they like the spice too much than the seasoning. It outweighs the seasoning. I don't like that. So I do tend to reduce my spice because I don't like it too spicy, because then it's kind of like it's very heavy and you don't actually taste the rest of the seasonings in the food. So it really all depends on like your spice level and how much you can endure. However, I love to also taste the rest of the seasoning in the food besides spice. So as we're saying, we're gonna let that sit for 15 to 20 minutes, and after you see like less water and more of the oil floating on top, it usually means that your food is ready to go. Your next step will be add the remaining locust beans like I just did, and then your beef stock and salt to taste. Cover and leave to cook for another 5 to 10 minutes. Now we're gonna introduce the blended egusi. Please check my recipe site so that you can see how I made that egusi. And so at this point, you just want to just drop them down into the sauce, and you do not want to definitely do not want to stir it. Please do not stir it. Don't get too excited to stir it. So you want to slowly just drop it down, and like I'm doing right here. So you can use a spoon to then cover up the egusi itself, preventing yourself from stirring it. Like I said, do not stir it. Hey, do not stir it though. I keep telling you, do not stir it. Don't come here and say Glory says to stir it. Don't stir it, please. So use your sauce to cover up the egusi soup, okay? So after you're done covering the egusi with the sauce, the next step is to cover it and leave for 20 to 30 minutes, usually like longer, at least like 40 minutes, so that, but making sure that it does not burn at the same time. So now you can just stir it, and this is time to add your fish or your meat in here. Just an FYI, I don't eat a lot of meat. I also don't really like dry fish like that. So yeah, I just had a little bit of this goat meat remaining that I had, so I just was like, let me just make use of it, and just be done with it completely. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of eating meat that much lately. So the next step is after you just turn it, and then you leave it to cook for additional 5 to 10 minutes, and then you can add your water, of course. Add some water if you need to, or add more stock if you need to, and then you just let it cook for 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll be right back. Now it's time to introduce your vegetables. I add stirring spinach. So if you have fresh spinach, that's great. I am using frozen one because I already had a frozen spinach, so I decided to just go with that. Let it shimmer for about 5 minutes. I mean, if you're using fresh spinach, let it shimmer for about 5 minutes. However, if you're using frozen spinach, let it probably like 10 minutes, because it's frozen. So, and also you can along the way adjust the seasoning as you like after you taste it. And then your next step will be to chop that food. Yes, I said chop that food. And yeah, so that's your egusi soup. I made a very small egusi soup to last me and my roommate for about a week or less. But yes, that's how you make the egusi soup. So just a heads up, everyone makes it differently. So this is my version of how I make my egusi soup. But yeah, that's how it looks. Hey, look at that food, tantalizing. Please like, subscribe, and share. Bye. Cook with Glow.